Okie dokie, okie dokie. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. We are in Labz, and we have some things to talk about. Times have changed. The zombie apocalypse is here. Do we run? Do we hide? Or do we adapt and build? Do we survive? Okay. First off, let me retract and both expand on everything that I am trying to say here at the exact same time. Get prepared for the stuff and things. First off, I freaking lied to you guys. I came across a problem that was so unusual that I actually felt the need to, first off, find the XML files. Secondly, dig through the XML files, and third, attempt to make some sense out of the specific section that I think pertains to what I'm looking at. I say this, I think, and tried, and stuff like that, because I'm not an XML file type of person. I don't understand the language of the programming. So I'm going off of what I think, but first let me tell you where I got the information at. Okay. First off, let me show you the file link. Can you actually... Nope, you cannot see it. So I need to do a display capture right quick. There we go. This is where I found it. All of my games are listed under the same area. Your games are going to be listed wherever. If you're having a hard time finding it, you can go to Steam, and underneath Steam, go to the game, and whenever you go looking through the properties and the drop-down boxes with the games, you can tell it where to find... Take me to the file where it's at, and basically that'll take it. Mine's on the local disk C, it's in the program files, Steam, Steam apps, common, 7 Days to Die, data, and then configuration is where I found this. And as you can see, there's a lot of different configurations. I mean, just about everything you can think of is in here, or one of the other data areas. Like I said, I think I found what I was looking for, guys. I'm not actually sure that this is what I was looking for, and hold on, don't do that, because I've already, close current tab. Okay, I've actually already got this pulled up on a notepad, which makes it a little bit easier for me to find, because, let me make sure I'm actually capturing the screen. I've done a little bit of redecorating with my stuff and things, but if you're wanting to pull up the XML files, or whatever, if you want to, hold on, let me show how I'm doing this. You can right-click on it and open with, and you can tell it to open on Notepad, WordPad. You can actually open it in Microsoft Edge and all of those things, but me personally, I liked using the Notepad because it gave me the... Oh my gosh, it's probably blinding the hell out of you guys if you're watching at night. Hang on. Let me do it this way. I'm not trying to blind anybody. If you go to Edit and Find, you can type in a word, and it will take you to the next word that has that somewhere in these lines, which is how I isolated what I was looking for by typing in the word destroy. I was trying to figure out what is causing the zombies to go into destroy mode. For those of you who have not seen Jwoodle's latest video on the killing corridor, let me actually go over here before anybody sees it in the background and thinks I'm stealing stuff. This is Jwoodle's killing corridor. This is the extremely basic design of it. For those of you who are fans, you will recognize this design. It's got the little, what are those called? Hold on. Okay, I'll copy that. Wedge 60 tip. Oh god, thank god that's actually there, because I would have to find it. And these parts right here are the wedge inside corner base. Nice, I did not realize that that was a thing, so I can easily identify which blocks I used. And that's basically how it's set up, is because... Okay, quickly go over it. I don't know that I need to, because most people who are subscribed to this channel also probably subscribe to Jwoodle or somebody else who does this killing corridor base. But, basically, this block right here, this one right here, it used to be part of a very cheese thing. Whenever you flipped it over the other way, the zombies would try to run across it as they would normally a block. And they would fall because it wasn't a full block. So, in the last alpha, the Fun Pimps fixed it to where the zombies can path over the top of it. The problem is they also fixed it to where they could path over the bottom of it. but it's only a half a block, and for some reason, even though this particular block right here, yes, is pathable, even if you stick another block on top of it, the zombies still see this block right here as a path. Why? I don't know, but that's what this is built on. Basically, let me go over here, let me show you guys that I did do my homework really quick. Yet again, thanks to Jawoodle for this awesome design. But I'm going to tell you of an issue that Jawoodle himself has already found, so that's what actually gave me the idea to attempt to find out why. Come on. Hit 0. And also, thanks for telling us which button that was during the last video. Number pad 0 allows you to see this information displayed above Bo's head. Otherwise, I wouldn't actually have been able to look up the information I was currently looking for. Okay, he says... right here. He's fixing to actually fall. It says, 1, approach and attack target, more to me for life. It's got the distance, it's got the nearest entity, and it's got all of the information that this guy is currently working with. Same for him. And same for Dumb down here, who has still not figured out how to get up the stairs. Alright, now if you'll see, it says his health, the point costs 0.35, interest, I'm not sure how those are actually involved in it, move 0.40, that's the speed that it can move, and can break. At least I'm pretty sure that's what those initials mean, because I've actually seen those listed in the HTML files. Then it's got the light, the noise, and everything else listed. Okay, now if we turn the AI back on, which is the asterisk sign on the number pad, we're gonna move down here. Okay, let's pause, everybody. I said pause. That was the problem. Destroy area has path delay time. Now, this one over here says destroy area end path delay time. Now watch their different behavior. Now he went in path. That guy is now pathing again. This guy is not pathing. That is what caught my attention, the in path. I didn't understand what that meant. That guy over there is just... Think you are on the clock, sir. Get to moving. I will kill you. Okay, we've got can break. Why it can break? Don't know. Has path, can break, in path. Alright. An approaching spot. Now it's actually moving back towards me. This one up here is actually saying in path. Before he even fell, he's just sitting up here, all confused. In path. Destroy area. Delay time. Break 1 path. And actually the delay time on this, how long they can stay in destroy mode, is also a thing. So now that we've actually seen these commands that they are working with, the set ideas of what they are working with, if we pull up our number pad, and it's basically the fall behavior, and it's, I actually cannot find the end path option. I haven't found that part yet. I want to know what's actually controlling their mind to think that there's no path at specific times. I have no idea. But I did find the destroy thing, and basically the land hard height 3 to 5. I don't know what the weight means. It's actually said down here. Oh my god, don't do that. There's a lot of information in here. Wait, required numeric value for relative probability of choice among other valid choices. I don't know how much weight the zombie takes it into account, in what order it's supposed to account for these items, I guess. Like, a zombie will take the vertical over the horizontal. Like, instead of coming straight towards you on the ground if you're up high, instead of coming towards you and then trying to dig to you, it's actually pathing up to your level and then pathing towards you. I think that has something to do with weight, because it accounts for one over the other. I think that's what the weight thing is. Rage time, optional. Minimum or min-maximum range for the rage time value. And if we look here, all of these have to do with it landing hard and it stumbling at a height of 3 to 5. At least I think that's what it means, 3 to 5. The comma I think means 2, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how the coding stuff works, but to me that sounds like if you can keep the fall 3 or lower, they should never rage, right? So, all of that having been said, to go back to another experiment. Hang on. Kill all. Sorry, thick. My bad. All of that to go to another area. Yep, corpse. Zombie boo. Okay. All of that to come back over here. Okay, I was experimenting with this, trying to find out if there was a specific height or amount of damage that they have to take or whatever. But if you'll notice, the zombies that were cycling over there, they weren't taking damage. It wasn't high enough for a zombie to take damage. As a matter of fact, let me run back over here, put myself back up here, and we'll specifically look at the damage that the zombie is taking. No health lost. No health lost. Okay, conclusive. At this height, hold on, let's actually do the height thing, because they're falling from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So at 5, they are hitting rage mode. Can we make it to where the zombies don't rage at all? I don't know. That's gonna be what I'm testing. Sorry, Thick. My bad. My bad. Thank you! Appreciate you! Okay, let's go over here. I have been playing around with stuff and things way too much in this one. Okay, I'm gonna set myself right here in case I need to get anybody's attention. We are gonna set bow right here. And let's do a couple of bows and let them just fall off on their own. Okay, just wondering. Just wondering. Stun, get up. Okay, now from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, that right there should cause them to rage, but why aren't they raging? Because right now, they're not aggro to me. They were not aggro to me when they fell. That's part of the problem with this test, is how do I test this? Aside from just building 5,000 corridors of varying heights, which is entirely possible. But right now, they're just... Oh. Approaching spot can break. Unreachable above. He saw me. Shh. You see nothing. Uh-oh. They all see me. Destroy area can break. Unreachable above. Oop. Okay. Alright, so that's the change in those personalities. How else can we fix it? Alright, Jawoodle proposed putting that on the sheets, which is a thing. I mean, you could do that. I mean, you could... Okay, let's just go ahead and talk about that. He put sheets on here to make this an open area so that the zombies wouldn't break it as often. They do occasionally break it. The issue is they do occasionally break it, and during a horde night, they will definitely tear it down. But as long as you've got enough support, you'll be fine. Now, the issue is there a way we can fix it to where it's not a problem? Okay, now, working with zombie pathing, they're not going to want to jump down. They'll actually come over and beat on it, because technically where they're standing at once they fall is closer to me than dropping on the ground. Unless I give them a path back up. Put it there, and there. This looks very, very bulky and not at all safe, but let me try it out. It's a thing that popped into my head, but actually what popped into my head was using the garage doors, but garage doors are only available after you find a schematic, so it would be very, very hard for someone early game to be able to use, like, the power doors. So I was wondering if there was a way of doing it without doing power doors, and this is what just popped in my head. So let's keep them on the slow side for a second. I just want to see if they'll repath back up here like they're supposed to. And whether or not this will actually work. Because this right here is just barely big enough for them to fit through. Has path. Destroy. Has path, okay. Has path. Typically, as long as they have that thing that says has path, they will continue pathing. Go around, dude. They're trying so hard to jump up to me. Has path. Dude, you just went all the way down. But you still have has path for some reason. What are you doing? In path. Now you're breaking the block. Is it because you had to duck to go underneath that thing? Stop doing it, sir. Okay, maybe I take that off? Because it seems like he got stuck. Maybe I could fill this part in. Hang on. Fill this part in. Not really sure whether or not that was because of the method I'm trying to use, or if it's because he got stuck underneath the block, in which case, no, he would not have a path again. Should have considered that. With their ability to crawl, they're going to get themselves into places that is not good. Oh, that guy over there still fell. And now he's stuck. Daggum you! Okay, well, let's just fill all of that in. You know, why did I even do it this way? Why did I even try doing it this way? I wanted to make it to where you guys could see what I was talking about whenever I was like, hey, why don't we just use like a garage door and try it this way? That way they don't have to fall 3 blocks. No, the zombie's like, no, I'm gonna screw up all of your stuff and things. We need it at 3. I just want to see if at 3 you guys will repath given the option. Wakey wakey! You have no choice. You have been drafted. Get up there. Has path, has path, has path. Wait. Are you rage mode? I can't see. There's so many things. Has path, has path, has path. You dummies! You fell off and then made it more difficult. In path. Okay, so that did not work. And they're still walking around and saying, I don't have a path, so I'm gonna beat up on your shit, even though there's completely a path. More than one path, actually. Okay, so that answered that question. I was hoping because of the weight and everything that it would take that into account, but 3 to 5, it is definitely going to set off a rage. At least about 50% of the time it's going to set off a rage. And if you make it less than 3, if you make it like a 2-drop, they're going to step on each other so often it's really not even going to make sense. That's a 3-drop. If we were to do a 2-drop, he would not even be able to fit through. So, essentially, there's really no way to stop the zombies from raging. Ow, my face. Why are the Fun Pimps just really trying hard to kill their own game, I swear. And so many content creators are trying to save it. I'm gonna make it where people who casually play don't want to play anymore because the horde is just so freaking complicated. Oh, Screamer. No. The killing corridor at this particular point is probably cliche, except for people who have not been playing long enough to understand zombie pathing. They know it works, so it gives them a chance to learn. They're taking all of the training wheels off of the game for people who are starting out the game. For those who are wondering what I'm talking about. The Fun Pips have a specific way they want people to fight the game. They want it to be a horde game, they want you to fear the horde, and they're tired of people playing the game and not dying. Permadeaths are really, really irking their berries, if you know what I mean. Getting them right there in that ego is what I'm saying. So the issue is they're trying to find a way to make the horde more dangerous. The horde is very dangerous depending on how you play, and people should have the option to play whichever way they choose. Whenever you take the training wheels off of a very complicated game, you stop people from wanting to play it who are new. The killing corridor worked for people who were starting out learning the mechanics of the early game, learning how to get food, how to farm, how to go through POIs, how to pick up missions. They're still having to fight the horde too. And yeah, you can technically turn the horde off, but say you're past the point of wanting to turn the horde off, or even more so, all of those settings that are at the very beginning part of the game, most people aren't going to know exactly what those settings do. The tutorial doesn't explain those settings at all, and it's not extremely obvious to someone who just picked up the game. So, breaking things that people use to cheese the AI is also breaking the game for new players to slowly learn. As a player goes from their first time playing, whenever I first started playing, I used the killing corridor. Now I've gone from using the killing corridor to using parkour bases that can practically get me killed. Because I enjoy the concept of being able to keep the zombies up on the level, we're not on the ground, I can be attacked from one side, so at least I've got that going for me. And I have done brute force bases as well, so either one of them I've done. And when I first started out, I used the killing corridor because it gave me the option to learn the mechanics of the zombies, learn how to do all of the other things while I could still see what the horde was like without dying every single time. Because, I mean, if you die in the first 5 minutes, what did you actually learn about the horde? So basically the Fun Pips killed the beginning way most people are going to start playing the game. If they watched any kind of tutorials. If they haven't watched any tutorials, they're dying by the horde anyway. Which I guess is actually what the Fun Pips wanted, is to chase people away at the very beginning part of the game instead of letting them play. That's fine. I mean, it's their game. If they want to break it, they can break it. Our job is to try and figure out a way of fixing it. So, there's no way to stop the zombies from going rage mode. They're not actually getting injured whenever they're falling over there. They're not getting hurt. The hay bales are not going to fix that problem. Making the path shorter doesn't fix the problem. They're going to find a reason to be pissed as soon as they fall. And it has everything to do with whether or not they were aggroed to a player first. Like during Horde Night, they're always aggro to you, so they always know where you're at, and they're always going to come towards you. If they are aggro to you and they fall, they have a chance for a rage mode. I basically showed up here that the ones that fell below me, they never saw me, they weren't aggroed, they fell, and they never hit rage mode. So that's one component to it, I guess? I'm not sure what we learned, or who can take this information, or even if this helps at all, because that definitely doesn't help with the horde. It doesn't help. Also, for anybody who has not seen the floating base concept, let me throw that over here. Speaking of which, I've also got this one over here for the Jewel force field. It does still work. It has to be 3 deep. So from the ground to the force field, 3 deep, 3 wide, and then you're basically safe on the other side. So if you want to block off a door so you can keep it open, the zombies can't get through, it's fine. But if a zombie jumps into the force field, they're just going to sit there and break it. The sheet, which are these, if you take them, you take them and do these, and then do these. Okay, if you do that, you've actually got like a little area right here in between. This is actually floating. But the Fun Pips kind of fixed it because they gave zombies the ability to punch upward, okay? If you'll see, I can actually run through this. There's not a physical block here, but because this sheet and that sheet were opposite each other and the blank space was in between, because the way the game works, this is structurally stable. If you were to, say, put yourself up here and throw bow down there. Hmm. Did they take away that ability for the zombie? It's unreach above. It's actually reading it like it's supposed to, but it's not trying to punch upwards like they used to. They used to break these all the time. Now it seems like they're not really. In Jawoodle's video, I keep referencing back to his video. Guys, go check him out if you have not checked him out. He's awesome. But in his videos, he actually showed his doing a horde night, and they were eventually breaking the blocks, but they weren't actively attacking the blocks upwards like they should have been. They were just idly swinging at each other because they were rage moding, and randomly swinging because they couldn't do anything else besides nudge each other and push each other and stuff like that, and they were breaking the blocks. Here, he's not trying to hit the block at all. Which I guess is cool, but is not helpful during a horde night, because during a horde night, they will stack up underneath there, fight with each other, push each other around, and they will eventually break this. By accident, not because they're actively trying to break it. They will just eventually do it. So that's the floating thing. They used to use doors, but then they took the vertical stuff out of the doors. Vertical support, no. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. I don't actually have a whole lot of information in this video for anybody. It was mostly rehashing what I saw in that video and putting it in here and letting you guys know that I put it here. In path, he's breaking stuff. Basically, it was just me saying, hey, I watched this video and it got me thinking. So I brought it over here, and since I was bringing in a Jawoodle build anyway, I went ahead and brought in this one. I actually used this one in the server around my open doors because I like the look of the fence with the open door, but I don't want the zombies banging or coming straight in. They can bang through the fence all they want to. They're just not going to bang, they're not just going to walk into my base. And then, of course, this is how he fixed the killing corridor the last time. In the latest video he did on the killing corridor, that was his fix, which you can upgrade all the way to steel. And my only thought about this is if you make it like this, you can knock out the center one while you're standing up there, and you can drop some Molotovs or something down on the pile-up of zombies that's going on down there. That was really the only addition I had to what I saw in his video. I just wanted to experiment with. See if you do this. A 3x3 right here. Pay no mind to the freaking ladders. I was testing a theory, which ultimately did not pan out. Anyway, if you do a 3x3 here, and the floating things, then you can drop a Molotov, or shoot down, or any number of things to get the zombies to stop playing around there. So that's a way of fixing the killing corridor that he already covered, but this was my little input, was to make a hole in the center right here. You know, make a hole in the center all the way down, drop some stuff down through there. There's an option. And of course this, testing whether or not it had anything to do with a zombie pathing towards you, and it absolutely does. Okay, well that's the information I have. If anybody has any other files that they know this information is actually in those particular files underneath the configurations or the data or whatever, if you guys can just let me know, I'll take a peek and see if I can make some sense out of it, or if you happen to know where this particular information is. The no path. The no path is the key. I'm sending this information out into the ether. That no path command is what is actually telling it to rage. Because every other time, any time it has ever said destroy one block, it's like the path has ended for the zombie, and that's its reaction to the path ending. But the only time I've ever seen it show up is when it's aggroed. I guess that's the way of telling the difference. I guess I will see you guys in the next video. You have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and you stay shiny. Bye!